Merchant S mark of Thomas Horton, D.1530, wool merchant of Ilford, Essex, used on Wiltshire English woolens sent to Flanders. Engraved on a monumental brass circa 1520 in Bradford-on-Avon Church, the printer S device of William Caxton, 1478. Merchants' marks are as old as the sealings of the 3rd millennium BCE found in Sumer that originated in the Indus Valley. Impressions of cloth, strings, and other packing material on the reverse of tags with seal impressions indicate that the Harappan seals were used to control economic administration and trade. Amphorae from the Roman Empire can sometimes be traced to their sources from the inscriptions on their handles. Commercial inscriptions in Latin, known as Tituli Picti, appear on Roman containers used for trade. Symbolic merchants' marks continued to be used by artisans and townspeople of the medieval and early modern eras to identify themselves and authenticate their goods. These distinctive and easily recognizable marks often appeared in their seals on documents and on products made for sale. They are often found on headstones and in works of stained glass, brass, and stone, serving in place of heraldic imagery, which could not be used by the middle classes. To manage the risks of piracy or shipwreck, merchants often consigned a cargo to several vessels or caravans. A mark on a bale established legal ownership and avoided confusion. Early travelers, voyagers, and merchants displayed their merchant S marks as well to ward off evil. Adventurous travelers and sailors ascribed the terrors and perils of their life to the wrath of the devil. To counter these dangers, merchants employed all sorts of religious and magical means to place their caravans, ships, and merchandise under the protection of God and his saints. One such symbol combined the mystical sign of 4 with the merchant S name or initials. The sign of 4 was an outgrowth of an ancient symbol adopted by the Romans and by Christianity, Chi Rho, XP, standing for the first 2 letters of Christus in Greek letters. This was simplified to a reversed 4 in medieval times. The sign of 4 is called the staff of Mercury, caduceus, in German and Scandinavian literature on house marks. The joint stock company or limited liability company was another way to reduce a merchant's risks of loss of ships and merchandise from dangerous voyages and travel. By royal charter a monopoly was assured and a merchant's personal liability was limited to the amount of his own investment. If a voyage succeeded, the gains accrued to all of the investors in proportion to their invested capital shares. Modern institutions, corporations, and trademarks find some of their origins in these symbolic and legal devices for limiting physical and pecuniary risks.